And when I look at the world today, like what the state of play is today in the world, and when people say the sky is falling, I say true. The sky is falling. I think the sky has been falling since a sky was created. It's been slowly falling. So that's not fiction, that's actually true. What's up? How you doing, people? Long time no see. It's been a minute. I don't want to say it's been a minute. I want to say it's been a hot minute, which is longer than a minute since I've been on here. So good to see all you guys and girls. Hope you're having a phenomenal summer. Hope you're in good health. Family's good. Animals good. Your pet parakeet. Hope your pet parakeet, Sparky, is good. All the things. I want to jump on here really fast before I head into that building where people strangle each other, and just kind of share a couple of words. Well, a couple thoughts, because a couple of words I've already exhausted. So just a couple of thoughts. Now, if you remember that old tale was running around saying the sky is falling, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, and the sky was falling all the time, right? And just to realize the sky wasn't falling. It was just in this character's head. And when I look at the world today, like what the state of play is today in the world, and when people say the sky is falling, I say true. The sky is falling. I think the sky has been falling since a sky was created. It's been slowly falling. So that's not fiction, that's actually true. Now the difference is between now and then, like, say 10, 15 years ago, while the sky was still falling, it's not readily seen as much as it is seen right now. Like 15, 20 years ago, if there was something that was happening in Palestine, or something that was happening in Nigeria, or something that was happening anywhere in the world, you would just see it in print, or possibly maybe you might see it on your media feed. Now you can actually see things real time, because of these cellular devices. And if you looked at it all the time, you'd just think, the world is on fire, right? There's so much stuff going on. Right now, they're protesting in France because they're trying to make it mandatory to be vaccinated, to go to museums and all this stuff. However you feel about the science of that, I'm not going to get into that conversation or debate, because that's what it is. It's always going to be a debate, because the powers that be have done a phenomenal job of, again, finding something to divide us right down the middle. And because we don't think in logic, we have taken the bait, and instead of saying you have the right to your own opinion, and you can do whatever you feel because it is your body and it is your livelihood, and let me just do some research that is outside of the realm of Google, or some research that's outside of the realm of what information I'm being fed, and then I will come back to you and have a logical argument or logical debate on said virus or disease or whatever it is, instead of just accepting information like we do and saying, well, so-and-so said this, so it has to be fact, which I've never understood. Since there has been government, we have been lied to. We have discovered that we've been lied to throughout history, since the beginning of history. People of power, and when it comes to power and money and greed, they have lied to us, right? They lie to us about things all the time. And then when they divide us, like they do, depending on what mechanism they want to use, we forget that said government does lie. So instead of saying, well, am I going to take this information fully on, or am I going to question? And what confuses me is that we've lost the ability to question, right? If I have a stance on something, then you should be able to question it, right? Like, I shouldn't get mad at Debbie because she doesn't feel the same way. Unless it's something in terms of harming kids or other people, that's different, right? Like, but if it's a stance that I believe in, it's something that I believe in, if it's a side that I take that isn't, ignorant, then you should be able to question that, and we should be able to have a conversation about that. Instead of being dismissive and saying, no, Debbie, you're wrong, I'm right. Well, then Debbie retorts with, where do you get your information from? Oh, well, I was, on the CDC website, or I got it from Mark Zuckerberg, or Bill Gates, who, I don't know, deals in computers, told me this information. So that's what I'm going to believe, right? Or vice versa. And I'm saying to Debbie, well, you know what? Everything that you say is wrong and blah, blah, blah. And we're going back and forth having this argument. And guess what's getting done? Zero. Absolutely zero. And that's why the sky is continuing to fall all the time, because we can no longer have a difference of opinion. Because if we have a difference of opinion, that's going to lead to a fight. And in the cancel culture that it is right now, a difference of opinion can mean your livelihood. A difference of opinion can mean your family's livelihood. They're able to eat. And again, I'm not talking about ignorance. I'm not talking about like racism. I'm not talking about sexism. I'm not talking about harming kids. I'm just talking about matters that we should all be able to sit down at the dinner table and talk about and say, okay, well, this is the issue. For me personally, and I had a great conversation with my friend, a good friend of mine from Australia today, who I love dearly. And we were talking about this, and I was saying, I believe in a higher power. I don't go to church. I don't believe in, man-made religion. It's just not my thing, right? And again, if that is your thing, more power to you. Fist bump, high five, elbow. That's what you do. I think it's dope that you have a belief and a faith. And if you say, well, you know what? I don't believe that there's anything. Cool. Whatever you want to believe, that's fine. I'm talking about myself, and I'm talking about in my particular household. I believe that there's a higher power. So for me, I don't have to have any man or woman tell me, okay, well, I am holier than you because I say these things on a sermon, like in a platform in front of people. And then I go off and drive off maybe in my Lamborghini and, beat people, beat my wife, or, touch kids, whatever it is, whatever the case is. So because I believe there's a higher power, because I think I'm more spiritual than anything, and I believe that there's a God, that's why, regardless if the sky continues to fall slowly as we go, that's why I never throw my hands up and say, well, there's no hope for humanity, right? There's no hope. Well, I guess it's over. I guess I shouldn't do anything. I guess I should sit back and say, okay, this is the end. I don't get that thinking. To me, that's a very nihilistic way. And a nihilist is someone that thinks that it's all doom and gloom. It's a very nihilistic way of approaching life. I'm not going to approach life as a nihilist. I'm not going to approach life and think, okay, there's no hope. Control how you show up today. Stop being so dismissive of other people. Don't make the free thinkers pariahs. That's what society does. We make the free thinkers pariahs. Don't make them pariahs just because they don't think like you. Instead, maybe try to figure out why they think that way, right? If they're people that you care about, that you want to have that conversation with. All right? So I'll see you soon. Love you all. Hope you have a phenomenal day. All right? Talk to you guys soon. Later.